Hi everybody, Neil with 21st Century Equipment. Today we're going to be talking about daily maintenance on this John Deere 3025E equipped with a 300E loader. As part of my daily maintenance, when I'm greasing the pins on my loader, when's the best time? Should I do that at the beginning of the day or the end of the day? I'll tell you that a lot of people just say it's personal preference. My personal preference is to do it at the end of the day. The reason is, as I work this loader and as I use it over and over again, there's going to be some motion and movement in the pin as well as some heat built up. That just lets the grease gun push fresh grease into those pins a little bit easier. And as you know, out here in Colorado, Nebraska, and Wyoming, we get some real cold days in the winter. That'll make it easier to get grease to go in there even on those coldest days. So I prefer to do it at the end of the day. As far as greasing pins, the other when, or I guess I would say the how often, I tell you, grease is cheap. I would rather spend extra money on a tube of grease in order to keep my loader operating properly. So I'm going to probably over grease just a little bit, and that is every time I use the machine, I'm going to make sure I grease it at the end. Now listen, if you're just running the trash cans to the end of the driveway, I get it. Probably don't need to grease it then. But if I'm doing real work with it, even just for a couple hours, I'm going to take the time and just put a little bit of grease in it. Now, as far as greasing, let's talk about the how and the where. So this is an old school grease gun. You may already have one of these sitting on your workbench or in your toolbox. They're great and they do the job really well. Another option, when it's growing in popularity, are these electric grease guns. And of course this one's Milwaukee branded, but you can get them in any color, green, yellow, whatever brand it is. And I'm sure that whatever battery system you've already started down, they've got an electric grease gun. Now, one of the things I'm going to do before I put the grease onto it is I'm going to clean off this grease zerk as best I can. Now, of course, I can't get my finger all the way back there in the recesses, but I want to make sure this end is as clean as possible so that I'm not pumping dirty grease into that joint. Then I'll just take the hose, in this case, off this electric grease gun. I'm going to give the end of it just a little bit of wipe. Same idea. I just want to make sure it's clean. I snap it on, you'll feel a little bit of a click, pull the trigger, couple of pumps, and I'll usually see, there it is, I'll start to see grease getting pushed out of this joint, and I'm ready to go. There are 12 total grease zerks on a 300E loader, and there's 2 located here. As I move forward, I've got 2 more kind of at the midpoint, and then finally 2 down here on the John Deere coupler. And of course these are reproduced on the other side, a total of 12 grease zerks, 6 per side. Another part of our daily maintenance that we're going to want to check is the engine dipstick. I've got my finger on it right here. Now at first glance it might look like it's hidden back there, but I actually have really easy access to the dipstick. And right below it is the fuel water separator. If I see sediment or debris or water in the bottom of this fuel water separator, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the fuel. Then I can drain out that debris or water out of the bottom through this drain valve, close it back up, turn the fuel back on, ready to go operate the tractor. Now next to it, not so much a daily maintenance item, but just an awareness. The oil filter is located right here on the side of the engine. And then up a little bit closer to the front is my high pressure fuel filter, high efficiency, high pressure fuel filter located right here. Again, these 2 filters are not daily maintenance, but it's good to know where they are in case you want to do your own maintenance. On all of the John Deere compact utility tractors, there's a sticker underneath the hood that gives us a schedule of maintenance. This same information is found in the owner's operator's manual, and you can reference it there. But this sticker located up here is a great point of reference. You get out to the tractor and you think to yourself, am I due to change the oil, whatever the case might be? Do a quick check, look at your hour meter, and you can decide. Now if you need oil or filters, come on into your local 21st Century Equipment and we'll make sure we get the right ones for you. If you prefer not to do your own service, get in touch with our service department at any of our 21st Century locations and they'll get you taken care of. You can prepay for a service plan so that you know your service is taken care of in the future as well.